Hey YouTube, it's Adam back with another video in my personal finance series. Today I want to talk to you about something that's really important to me and should be really important to you. It's getting out of debt. My previous two videos I've talked about budgeting and setting up an emergency fund. This follows along Dave Ramsey's plan, 7 baby steps. And the second baby step is to get out of debt. How you're going to go about doing this is there's two methods out there. Dave Ramsey talks about the Snowball method. You can see my kitty cat coming down the stairs behind me. He's coming to visit. The second plan is called the avalanche method. And what I'm going to propose is you follow the Snowball method for getting out of debt. How this works is you write down all your debts in order from least amount to greatest amount. So it might be a personal loan for $500, credit card bill for $2,000, a student loan for $10,000, and a car loan for $20,000. And what you're going to do is write down all those in order from least to greatest, and then the money that you came up with that out of your budget that was extra that you were using to fund your emergency fund with, you're going to take that money and start applying it, all of it, to the least amount of debt while still paying your minimum payments on all the rest of your debt. So let's say you have a $500 personal loan and you have $500 left over your budget after you've got your $1,000 emergency fund. Then you're going to take that entire $500 and apply it to the smallest debt, and right away you're going to eliminate one of those debts. Once you've eliminated the first debt, you're going to take the amount of money you were paying plus the minimum payment of the smallest debt and start applying that to the second debt, and so on and so forth. And this creates a snowball effect. So every time you pay off a debt, you have that payment, minimum payment, which you were paying towards the previous debts, going towards the next debt in line. I hope this makes sense to you. If it doesn't, leave a comment down below and I'll try to explain it in better detail. But while you're doing this, you're going to want to avoid incurring any new debts. That's basically why you have your emergency fund, is in case you have a small emergency, you can take your money out of your emergency fund, pay off whatever the emergency is, and when you do that, you want to pause on your debt pay down, your debt snowball, and build that emergency fund back up. But it shouldn't take very long. Then you want to dive right back into your debt. Another thing that's going to really help you accelerate this is if you look for ways to save money in your budget. You really need to go bare bones for a while. Being in debt means you're broke. There's no two ways around it. Just think about all the money and interest payments that you're paying to banks and credit card companies and the like. That's money that you're never going to see again. That's money that you could be using for vacations, retirement savings, saving up a down payment for a home. I really, really, really encourage you guys to get out of debt as fast as you can. And being out of debt myself, it's such a relief. I got out of debt. I paid off my house about, 5 years ago. Just to clarify, this debt snowball doesn't apply to your home mortgage. We'll tackle that in a later video. But just getting out of credit card debt and car debt and college loan debt is going to free up so much money in your budget so you can do fun things and save for retirement. Like I said, I've got out of debt. I did go back into debt briefly. I bought a pickup for my fiance and I borrowed money for it, but I paid it off super fast. So Now I try to set money aside for future purchases. It's called a shoot, I can't think of the word. A sinking fund. If you know that you're going to be making purchases in the future, you want to budget for them and set aside money until you have enough saved up to fully pay off whatever it is that you want to buy. I know that sounds hard, especially when you're talking about buying a car, but the money that you spend on interest is money that's lost and money that could be spent for other things. So just to recap, if you haven't already checked out my previous video on emergency fund, I'll put a link up here. Also have another video on budgeting, and it's called Let's Talk About Money. I'd really appreciate it if you check those videos out if you haven't already, and comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions at all, please comment down in the comments down below. Tell me what you think. Hopefully the weather's starting to warm up here, and hopefully I'll be getting some stuff to scrap soon so I can get back to doing some scrapping videos. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and thank you for your time. Talk to you on the next one.